Hello, I'm Henry Bluefield and welcome to the channel. So I've now created 50 videos for my YouTube channel. This is now the 51st video where I want to review, look back, look at what I've most enjoyed, what have been the key benefits, and also what I've learned from this experience of creating these videos for myself, for you guys, and for building the channel. So to give context, I started this channel 3 months ago, at the start of October in 2021. And from there, I started making a video once a week. That quickly became twice a week, and now it's kind of got to a point where I'm putting a video out every single day. I've had this channel now for 3 months. I've now got 31 subscribers, which may seem embarrassing. I'm happy with what I've got, happy with what I've achieved. There's been other channels, one channel I watch in particular, Self and the Money Problem. His second video got 1 million views and went pretty much viral, where he was able to monetize, and by the time he had 50 videos he was making stupid money on YouTube, producing great content with thousands of comments across the videos and millions of views and tens of thousands of hours of watch time. While I'm not at that, the most views I've had on a single video is 145, and that was my video on Stephen Bartlett launching Third Web, but I'm sure that will grow to more views hopefully one day. So let's jump in with the 8 key points that I've benefited from starting this YouTube channel. Firstly, the most fun, honestly, has been creating thumbnails. And from when I started the channel, the thumbnails were like, frankly, terrible. I can't even remember what I was making them on, but I quickly started making them on Canva within a few videos. But even then it was quite rudimentary, didn't really know what to do. And as soon as I just carried on going and gradually learned stuff, I know a few people that do YouTube videos part-time, and they were giving me some good pointers of how to make them better and how to like just cut out photos and stuff. Like, I've never learned how to really edit photos at all. So making a thumbnail, I've never studied graphics apart from at college. I did like a rotational period in visual communications, which was a bit of graphics, but aside from that, I've never done anything to it. It's not what I do. Like, I studied art for years, but that was all very expressive in terms of, that was portraits, landscapes. I was painting, I was a painter, not like a graphic designer at all. But thumbnails have been so much fun, just to be able to express the concept of a video within a single image. Like I say, an image says 1,000 words. So I've got the 1,000 words, I'm trying to get that image that tells that story. And that I've really enjoyed and have a lot of fun with. So I look forward. And one thing I do find, I'm always looking, like as I upload more and more videos, I love looking back on the channel and just looking on a PC and seeing all the videos and all the thumbnails and being like, oh, this is this portfolio I'm building, I'm creating. I'm like really stoked that I'm building up this portfolio. Second, a key thing I've found improving is my presentation, in my ability to speak, to communicate, which links into my next point, which is confidence in communication. So I'll do the two at the same time. So you've got presentation and confidence in communication. But just in presentation, being able to speak and articulate clearly and realize where you're making mistakes, one key thing is just like eye contact. I've realized that even just in having one-on-one conversations with friends, that my eye contact can be a bit all over the place. And I found that through creating these videos, I will admit though, that obviously, of course, it's to do with the fact that the content I'm creating is all around speaking to a camera. But I'm finding it's helping me so much in just having conversations, being aware of how I compose myself in a one-on-one conversation, as well as within groups, and how to sort of speak more eloquently, I guess, in a sense. I mean, I've only done 50 videos, it's not a huge amount, but this is just incremental improvements I'm seeing happen within my own life. And on to the next point, confidence in communication. And that key thing is, like, I can't remember how, because when I started this channel, I wasn't really nervous about speaking in front of camera. It seems like a bizarre thing, and we all hate the idea of it generally, especially the sound of our own voice on camera. I've kind of got used to that now. But I remember like first videos I'd made, more when in my business, my garden business, but it was just so much hard work, and presenting them was a challenge. But as I've done more and more, I found that you become so much more confident in your communication, and that is on the screen in terms of in front of a camera speaking, but also when I am speaking. So I said, like, my presentation improved, but with that came the confidence to speak with people, and especially in groups. So in like business networking before, I've done presentations in front of tens of people in a room of like 50 people, which isn't a huge amount, but it's still. By doing these videos now, I realise I have so much more confidence to speak, and I look forward. I'm actually going back to business networking, which I've talked about in Vlog My Mind coming up, that I'll be back and hopefully I'll be presenting to like 50 people again. So I find so much more confidence to be able to do that, and I'd feel so much more comfortable standing up and having this video, and realising that as well, that's come with a lot of my own studies, like what this channel is all about, the content of what I'm absorbing, what I'm learning, what I'm studying is all around building that confidence and becoming more comfortable in your own skin. And as well, in presenting, just realising that we're all people sat there at the end of the day, like, what is literally the worst that could happen? You're just standing there speaking in front of people. The more you do it, the more comfortable you are. And same with videos. The first video I made, terrible. The 50th video I made was terrible, to be fair, but in between, like, don't go back and watch the 50th video, or do, actually. In between that, like, I just found I was getting so much better, and as well, just the amount of ums and ahs I'm having to cut out and the breaks and pauses, I suppose I'm able to break it down in a simpler way to make the editing easier for myself. Next point is self-reflection. I appreciate that is to do with the content I'm producing. I'm talking a lot on my own development, my own mindset, the thoughts that are rolling through my mind, but in doing so, in creating this content, like as a vlog, alongside with my journaling, I just find that it's opening my mind up so much more, and I'm able to reflect so much better. And just by writing things down and then taking the key components out of my journal, out of my diary, and putting them onto a video to then speak and present and talk to you about them, I find it so cathartic, and it's really helped me learn so much about myself and see where I can make further improvements, and just kind of reassure myself on what I'm learning and be able to like break down issues and mistakes I'm making and whatnot. Something that I would like recommend for anyone to do, anyone that's like on a self-development journey, is just like sit and record yourself and journal and then record yourself talking about that and take out the key components. It is really interesting, and just start a vlog and you can build this community. Not that I've built that yet, but just building a community, getting feedback from people. It's really quite a proud moment. Proud moment? Yeah, it's quite pleasant. Next, editing techniques. I have made like skate videos for years growing up and learnt a lot there, so I kind of had the basic principles. I wouldn't say that that's changed much, but it's very simple. Like the content of what I'm creating, the videos are very simply structured. There's not a huge amount of complex editing. It's just the key thing I've learnt is to be more efficient with it. I've not learned how to mute out dogs barking in the background, but maybe one day. An amazing thing I found with YouTube is the freedom of routine, how I can literally fit this into my day any way that I want to, the way that it suits me. And while it's not monetized yet, hopefully, but when it becomes a monetized platform, it then means I can generate an income working around my own schedule. I mean, that doesn't work as well, I suppose, as building a company and a business that works without you, but it's something that I purely love doing. I really enjoy this. It's really like intrinsic to me to create these videos. So the idea that I could just fit that around when it suits me, and well, obviously I can't just put it off for too long. The idea is I want to do it. It's what I'm actively trying to do. But then if an opportunity comes up, like how many of us are trapped, and I have this a lot at the moment, is like a couple mates will be available and stuff. So then I'm like, right, well, let's call some people around, and everyone's just stuck at work. And I'm like, well, I can just pause this and I can do it back when everyone's busy, and when everyone's not around, I can just make loads of videos. And then when I've got some mates free, I can just go and skate and hang out and do what we're doing. But the biggest lesson and the biggest value that I've taken away from starting this YouTube channel is the key principle of just getting started. I did a video on this, actually, one of my early videos, about knowing when to get started, but the key thing of just, if there's something you want to do, is just have a go at it, no matter what it is. And I had a conversation with a friend recently that was talking about eventually wanting to start a business and feeling a bit lost, stuck, and a bit dissatisfied with the fact that they don't really know where they're heading. They haven't got clarity over that. And they almost have this sense of envy that I feel like I've got such a direction I want to go in. Although that has changed massively. It's like metamorphosized over the last few months of the year. Just being able to get started is the key factor to it. Of like, when I started this channel, I through everything that had happened with my business and such, I realised what content I wanted to create. I came up with that sort of niche subject I was going to present on. I came up with what the brand is. I guess it's just me, my name. And from there, I just listed videos, just literally got a list, tens and tens and tens of videos that I thought I could produce, so that when I am making my content, if I was ever short of an idea, I can just go back to that. And do you know what? It's actually really difficult for me to get through that list. That list is just growing. The more videos I create, the more ideas I come up with, the more YouTubers I then find that I can take inspiration from and be motivated by the content they're creating, and also find that I can take their ideas and tweak them and such. Like, some of the content I've created is based around watching other videos and been like, I really like what I've done there and what they've presented and the concept of the video. I can extrapolate key points there that I can then put to my own audience that is free of you, maybe one day a bit more. I love the idea of just recycling these ideas and these clips. And so that's been the hugest thing. But and if it's something that you are thinking about, just getting started is the biggest thing I can recommend. And Ali Abdaal always speaks about this, of if you want to start a YouTube channel, literally record, just grab your phone and just say, here I am, here's what I'm doing, I'm recording this YouTube video, blah, 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 and get started. That's been my key takeaways from starting this channel, and now getting to 50 videos, which is really exciting, at a point where I've got 31 subscribers, so it'll be really interesting to see what happens when I do this for the 100th video. What do you think? What's your guess going to be? Is it going to be less than 31 subscribers? Is it going to be more? Is it going to be a lot more? Will I have 100 subscribers by 100 videos? I'm going to put my guess out there. Complete random guess. I'll pick a number. Do you know what I'll be stoked on? I'm going to say 69 subscribers by the 100th video. So that could be in 50 odd days from now. So we'll see. If you're watching this in the future, you'll have to find the video that's the 100th video I made and then watch that. Maybe there'll be the 1000th one by then. Anyway, hello from the future. If you've enjoyed this video, if you haven't enjoyed this video, if you're a human being on planet Earth with connection to the internet, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button and watch all the videos, hit the like button and comment on them saying that you enjoyed it. Thank you.